Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Rockman X3 Part 5. We're going after, there's only 2 more Mavericks left in this game. And this next Maverick going after some sort of bug guy. I think he's like a beetle or something like that. Like some of those large beetles they see that break into people's houses in Australia. And this guy can manipulate gravity, creating strong gravitational pulls that can completely level cities. And he seems to be proud of that. Gravity beat bud. What the hell's a beat bud anyway? I swear they make these names up on the spot. They probably just write a bunch of random nonsense down on paper and just put it in a hat, and they draw it out and think, okay, who's our next Maverick going to be called? Oh yeah, Beat Bud. Sounds like the most logical name to call a Maverick. And this level is set at an airport. What do airports have to do with gravity? I have no idea. There is like aeronautics and physics and stuff involved in flying airplanes, I guess there is, but it seems like one of the most random things. But again, since when did Mavericks in this game live in places that correspond with what the Mavericks character is supposed to be? We already saw two that look like aquatic fish type characters, and yet they seem to live in places that have nothing to do with aquatics or the water. And there's a heart tank, but it's blocked by 2 crates. The only way you can get rid of those 2 crates is to complete this level first and then go back to it. Forced backtracking. And it's like this game wanted us to do backtracking. It's like a very lazy way to get someone to backtrack. It's intentionally make it impossible to get something the first time around. So it's more backtracking for us. Yay, more backtracking. Gives me an excuse to spend more time playing this game and doing some more backtracking. Because everyone loves backtracking in games, right? That's what gives games their games, their replay value or their ability to want to play it again. So people feel like they're getting their money's worth out of the game. But of course, I already got my money's worth out of this game, considering the fact I've been playing this game for like 15 years now, and I know this game pretty well. And now it looks like we climbed into the clouds or something, or maybe we jumped into some sort of plane, because now it looks like we're above those orange clouds. I guess it's like sunset or something like that, or later in the evening or so, where there's these clouds, these nicely designed clouds that look perfect in an SNES game. The SNES really did have some smooth visuals. I think the visuals in this version, the Ps1 version, are mostly the same. There might be some slight smoothing in some parts, but that's mostly done in like cutscenes, I think, or some of the cinematics. And so you can see there's gravitational, it's implying that the gravity is going to be increasing, maybe, or maybe it's some sort of like measurement of like how high we are in the sky or something like that. We're expected to just jump and climb through this shaft, this incline for this shaft, and we can jump on the sidelines there and blast that guy dead. And then use our air dash to dash upwards. It's a pretty useful invention, actually, to be able to dash upwards in this game. I know Dr. Light really knew what he was doing. It's almost like Dr. Light knew what kind of situation Mega Man X or Rockman X would be in, so he purposefully made our suits of armor that would, fit what he'd be in. Because, the later games, he has a computer AI unit in his Dr. Light capsules. He does interact with Mega Man X or Rockman X and even Zero in some of the later games, and they seem to know it, and they seem to know about all the current events that are going on. I don't know, maybe Dr. Light isn't really dead after all. Maybe his Dr. Light capsules really have some kind of ghost in them, some sort of ghost in him. Maybe his ghost does live in them, and it's his way of interacting with Mega Man X's last son. I think we're already the boss already. Yeah, we just flew for that level. You can see Cloud City in the background, City in the Clouds. They build those really tall sky towers or something like that. And the Ray Slasher is his weakness. What else would his weakness be? The Ray Slasher seems to be everyone's weakness in this game. Yeah, everyone knew it would be the best weapon in the game, so it's made it everyone's weakness. Everyone's weakness, the Ray Slasher. When in doubt, just use a Ray Slasher on someone. It's not exactly energy efficient, but it gets the job done. And you don't get energy refills after you get killed in this game. So if you use up all of your energy, well, that's too bad. Then you're going to have to fight him with the X-Buster. Well, good thing my X-Buster's been upgraded. It's also a good thing I have Sub-Tank saved up. I wonder if I could take on all the Mavericks in this game without using their weaknesses. I know people have done that before. It's considered like a Daredevil challenge thing, something I wouldn't really dare attempt to do. Or maybe I should do that. Maybe I've been a wuss this whole time for just beating them with their weaknesses, which is what most average gamers would do. So we get Gravity Beathoods, or whatever. I think Beatnik. I should have called him Gravity Beatnik or something like that. Badnik, Beatnik, Nudnik, Booknik, or whatever he's supposed to be called. Bug hole. Yeah, it's the most. What else would you call it? It's a bug hole. Sounds like something bugs would climb out of. It's actually like a whole gravity well or something like that creates a huge center of gravity which could supposedly level all of your enemies. It's not really that effective, except for certain parts of the game where it is effective. And there's this next Maverick guy. Looks like he likes to go into space, or he uses satellites somehow to spot things on the ground and destroy them. We all know the classic space villains like to do that very thing. What's this guy named? Explose Hornek. It's not Explosive Hornek, it's Explose Hornek. It's just more nonsense names they came up with for these characters. Like they really didn't know what to name their characters. They really just, they were accepting any idea at this point. Anything that was remotely good would be selected. Or in yet some other kind of industrial factory or industrial lab or whatever this is supposed to be. Why are there so many labs in this game? Look at this, we're going up a ladder again, just like, not a ladder, an elevator, just like what we've done in so many other levels in this game. I never realized how unimaginative this game could be at a lot of times. Seems like every level's almost the same thing. Just some sort of like industrial plant or something like that, or a factory, robot factory. But then again, robots are like the dominant species in the world at this point in time. And they are obviously made in factories. So I guess it makes sense there'd be a lot of robot factories in the times of this game, the times of Rockman X. We're going after his last guy, and he seems to like to be in space. And of course, his body's probably made to, to live in a world that doesn't have any gravity or is very void of gravity. So gravity beat Hood's weapon's most likely going to be his weakness. This seems kind of logical. And Blast, and whatever this guy, Explodes Hornek, or whatever his name is, his weapon is a weakness for the first guy we took on, Frozen Buffalo. Well, I guess if he's Frozen Buffalo, he probably lives in like a frozen, icy world, so a bug that stings him he's probably not accustomed to getting stung by bugs. And we're fighting against a hologram again, this sort of fighting against another hologram, and we don't have a bubble launcher or bubble gun to shoot at it. Because apparently holograms are weak against bubbles in the Mega Man universe. Started back in Mega Man 2, continued in Mega Man X2. In this game, we don't have any bubbles. So we had that bubble gun from Home Alone 3 when that kid tricked the guy to swapping out his gun for a bubble gun. That made him think, oh look, that's not your gun, this is your gun. It was really a bubble gun made to look just like a real gun. Yeah, I remember when there'd be commercials for toy guns and kids are like, ooh, I want a toy gun, that's cool. Nowadays, if you say something like that, they take you in for therapy. I wonder if people ever take me in for therapy for liking these games more than current modern games. I always like these kinds of games more than the current games. Even back in 2011 when I started playing this game, I was into stuff like this more than the modern games. I definitely considered this game to be retro back then, even though it was only 16 years old. And I always liked this more, and people think I'm weird for liking this, rather than that new Call of Duty game that just came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360. People think I'm odd for liking that. And then again, people now realize that older games were the better games, and older technologies too were pretty much the better technologies for the longest time. This is why some of those have been making a comeback. And we just freed this thing, this mech, this whatever you call it, like some sort of like, I think it's called ride armor or something like that. We could smash stuff and break stuff. I've already collected one of the ride armors already. It was in the previous stage. Just have fun. I didn't know what that meant when I first collected it. I thought it may have meant Falcon armor. Ooh, Falcon armor, I could fly around in it. No, it's not the Falcon armor, it's the frog armor. It's supposed to be like the frog suit from Super Mario Bros. 3. It's only really useful for when you go under the water. It allows you to swim and navigate the waterways. It even has like missiles on it too, which only comes in handy in like 1 or 2 levels this entire game. Otherwise, if you drop it onto like a solid deck, it flops like a fish essentially. So it's pretty much useless then. It's more useless than SpongeBob outside of the water. Sponge out of water. Yeah, I remember that movie. I remember when everyone was just using their phones to text while they were watching that movie because no one seemed to care about it in the movie theaters. I was tempted to throw baseballs or tennis balls at them, or maybe I'll grab a can of pepper spray and just shoot that in their face. Yeah, if movie theaters had pepper spray and they just shoot them people's faces when they're playing on their phones while watching movies. I don't think anyone would ever go against movie theaters or to use their phones at the movie theater at all. It's not good to be a Sally soundtrack or a Tommy Texter or anything like that. No one likes them, and no one likes Explose Hornek either. We're gonna level this guy. He spends pretty much all the time above us flying around, so he'd probably be perfect in a low gravity environment. So we'll add some more gravity to him. We're gonna give him the gravity of Jupiter if it had a solid surface. I mean, imagine Jupiter would have a high amount of gravity, much stronger gravity than Earth, if it was all solid, that is. It wasn't just a big gas giant. And we're being a giant over this guy, just sending our gravity at him, just leveling him to the ground. That actually might be an effective way to kill bugs. I know smartphones in North Korea have this weird feature on them where it supposedly emits some sort of field or some sort of thing that keeps mosquitoes off of you, and supposedly like a mosquito repellent, but it's an app on your phone. I don't know if that really works or not. I've only ever seen it on smartphones in North Korea, and it's unknown if they actually work or not. And I don't plan on buying one just to figure that out. I mean, it would be a cool novelty, gimmicky thing to have, but yeah, I don't think anyone would seriously buy a phone, a North Korean phone, just for that. We get his weapon too. Looks just like any other weapon we'd get in this game. Looks just like the last weapon. What makes this one any different? Oh, it's a parasitic bomb. This is a simple bomb that goes shoot, shoot, yeah. It's like we don't have enough weapons like that already in this game. It's like they thought, what more weapons could we possibly give? Oh, because we destroyed the 8th Maverick, there's more story. Dr. Kane is telling us that if he found the location of Dr. Doppler's lair, so we can now go to Dr. Doppler's base of operations and sabotage him, of course, which will end his plan for world domination. But he also knows that Dr. Doppler is building a new robot body thing. He thought he was originally just going to be a bodysuit for him, but it's actually, he won't be able to interface with it or work with it. I wonder if it's that bald robot guy we saw him building in a much earlier cutscene of the game. That's probably what it was. They were very quick to jump to the conclusion that he's obviously building a robot body for Sigma, and this is secretly a plot from Sigma all along. Everyone kind of seen that coming. We all know Sigma's the main villain in this series. It wouldn't be a Mega Man X game or a Rockman X game if Sigma didn't make a single appearance in the entire game. There we go. Look at that. It was just under the ground the whole time. If we had like excavation people or they're like dig dug or something like that, we just go digging for the ground, we could have found that much earlier in the game. We probably could have sent our army of Maverick Hunters. I imagine they have about an army of Maverick Hunters. We just send them into there and just completely go gangsta on him and destroy everything and destroy Dr. Doppler, make him cough up the truth. And if we find Sigma there too, we probably could have sabotaged his body before it was finished. And then there wouldn't be much of a game then. Rockman X3 wouldn't really be a game. It would just be a stupid game where you play as several different Reploid Maverick Hunters and ransack his base. Yeah, it wouldn't really make much of a game. You wouldn't see all these cool environments, there's all this extra stuff you could get. Now we have that Triad Thunder weapon that we got from that weirdo fish guy, I forget what his name is now. Now we could use it to just pound the ground like that and make that rock fall. So now we got another heart tank. So we have some more health. I lost count of how many heart tanks we have. I think we have most of them now in the game at this point. We did collect the vast majority. Every level of this game has one heart tank in it. I think we've collected the vast majority of them now at this point in time. But yet it still seems like there's still some more that hasn't been collected. Those things keep shooting dirt at us, and yet somehow Rockman X manages to stay clean, and his body must be made of some sort of like dirt-resistant material, so the dirt will never really rub off on him or brush off on him. I don't think there's any, there's not going to be any more mini-bosses in this game. We just dash through there and dash all through this whole level. I know this level pretty well. Someone just asked me if I thought this level was hell, and I said, nah, I don't think it's really hell. Then again, I've been playing this game for 15 years, so I know this game pretty well. It's an average level in the game, really. It's not overly challenging. Maybe if you didn't have any upgrades and you weren't as skilled to this game, it probably would be. That's just because in this game, almost anything could kill you in like 2 or 3 hits if you don't have any health upgrades or armor upgrades. You don't even have any armor upgrades. Yeah, we went through all 8 stages in this game, all 8 Maverick stages of this game, but we didn't pick up the armor upgrade, and the head armor and the head upgrade wasn't even picked up either. We went through every level of this game. That reminds me of the first time I ever played through Mega Man X4, and I didn't once come across a single Dr. Light capsule in the entire game. And once find a single one in the entire game, then I had to find them afterwards, and yet I went through all 8 Maverick stages without them. Where's another Dr. Light capsule? Enter this capsule X. This'll be a helmet upgrade for your helmet, so you can pinpoint where things are located in the stages. It will show you using a pink dot on a map where everything is located. All the hidden goodies in this game are located. Well, thanks, Dr. Light. Now we have 3 of the 4 upgrades. It doesn't really do anything for health, I don't think, or for shielding. It just simply tells us where things are located. There's a map of the entire stage, and goodies to collect to be highlighted in pink. There isn't any pink on that map, because we got everything in this level. This level is now 100% complete. This will come in handy and be useful for some of the other levels we still haven't 100% completed yet. Ray Phoenix, signing out.